Alright, we're watching Grievous, who's been playing Ramattra, Orisa, and Zarya on King's Row. This is Diamond 3 on console. Been grinding tank this season. Thus far, I'm okay with the outcome. However, this game frustrated me. We had a semi-poor defense and a good first half on offense, but couldn't finish. I'm frustrated as I feel I did as much as I could, but still something missing. Mostly looking for any small things or problems that I may have in order for me to improve, positioning, decision making, etc. I'm aware mechanical skill for me needs some work, console problems, but however, if it's evident, please point it out. Any advice is appreciated. Okay, so I've seen this game already. Number one, I would say that your general positioning and FPS mechanics are fine. I don't really feel like anything jumped out to me as being like particularly problematic, like not aim or movement or whatever. I think your position, like where you need to be, is generally correct. I think that helps on King's Row because like in King's Row is a relatively simple map, right? It's like fairly linear, so it's like hard to be out of position as a tank at least. So I think that all looked good. What's really killing you here is your ability usage, especially on Ramattra. You get almost no value from shield or vortex. The other stuff that you have is actually good enough that it's like not really, it doesn't cost you nearly as much as it should, but it is for sure going to hold you back. We're going to go over every single one of them, and basically every single shield and vortex you throw is useless, and it's a problem for sure. Console is typically a little less competitive than PC, so I would say that if you fix your ability usage, you could easily like shoot into Masters, like 5+ ranks, like no problem. If you're already in Diamond 3 now, like looking at your ability usage, it shouldn't be a problem for you to gain like 5 ranks in literally like less than a week. But let's watch. Alright, so come on, start spamming, that's fine. So, Reinhardt's here. So, as a general rule, we're going to try to control the choke here. So, I probably want to play up, right? I really don't want to play this far back because it allows the Rein to get through. I really do not want the Rein to get through here for free to here. Once he gets here, then we have multiple angles to deal with, and then it's a problem, right? So, just using Epic Pen for a second, right? So, once the Reinhardt gets over here, they have the ability to threaten this way. They have the ability to threaten this way, right? And they have the ability to go around and threaten this way. So, I want to stop them here, right, and prevent them from walking through and force them to use abilities to get through the choke. So I would play up right now. See, like again, there's no reason that the Ryan can't just literally walk through. So let's look at this vortex. Does this vortex do anything? Not really. I mean, they back out a little bit, but they weren't ready to go through the choke anyway. You didn't see people like starting to cross through. So I don't think this vortex does anything, you know? And okay, we throw a shield right now. Do we really need the shield this moment in time? I don't think so. Right? Because like, I mean, I guess your sim walks forward. I think the shield actually is okay because your sim, for some reason, is actually a crazy person and decides to walk all the way to the left and then get stuck trying to walk backwards through this to the edge of the statue. So I guess the shield did something, but I would say the vortex did basically nothing. And we really want to see it the vortex because the Rhine's eventually going to try to charge somebody, and vortex is excellent at shutting down Rhine. A really good rule for Ramattra is try to save the vortex. Vortex is a long cooldown, right? It's got like a 12-ish second cooldown. Save the vortex for a moment where you can either get a kill out of it, stop them from pushing, or stop them from retreating. That's the general rule for like the 3 possible uses for vortex. So using to counter things like Reinhardt charge or Junker Queen shout is incredibly powerful. Swimming here. Okay, we're fine. Reinhardt goes through. I would stop shooting the Rein now. Once he gets to the left, it's more dangerous for you to peek to the right here. You'll get blown up right away. Right? Just think about it for a second. Like, the Sojourn shot does what? Like 130 damage, right? Because it doesn't one-shot, so it does like 130. So, the Sojourn shot, once the shield goes down, and the Reinhardt's just going to the left, so Sojourn shot right here is 135, okay? With the headshot, it's 195, just call it 200 even. 200 times 25% is 250 damage right now from the Sojourn from a fully charged shot. That plus Junkrat's grenade plus mine here is another 240 to 50 damage, right? That's 500 damage that can happen to you instantly right now if you were not paying attention. Right? You really have to respect how much damage you can take by holding DPS like on your side without like worrying about them. And that's actually what's going to kill you later and cost you the first point. So, when are we looking for Vortex? Not right now, but right now. Like as they start coming through, right? Vortex, and then you can go and kill the Mercy right now. Because he tries the GA, she can't fly, and you just kill her staff right now. Alternatively, you can use it to shut down the Junkrat's rotation right now. Again, excellent timing for Vortex, right? I would have just killed the Junkrat here too, by the way. Like, you gave up on this too early. So, look how low the Junkrat gets. He's down to, like, what, 20 health right now? You have 11 ammo? Just, at this point, just zigzag, right? With your, just zigzag right here, and he's gonna die. The Junkrat's like for sure gonna die right now. This is an easy kill that you kind of give up right now. All right, we pop Nemesis to stay alive. Ryan dies behind you, right? So you push forward. It's fine. Again, what does this Vortex do? Does this Vortex feel like, man, this Vortex really got me massive value? No, this Vortex isn't doing anything. Just save it, right? If you don't have good value from it, just don't throw it. Like, you're just wasting it. Even holding onto abilities because there isn't a good value to gain from them is itself potentially good value, especially when the enemy team plays around this, okay? A very common example is Ana just throwing Sleep Dart off cooldown. All right. I think some of this is influenced by Awkward, who is allegedly, I've not seen this, watch this stuff earlier myself, but who says, oh, like basically whenever your cooldowns, like start using them right away to try to get some value out of it. I think this is a terrible idea. I really do not understand why this advice exists at all. Because as Ana, if I know you don't have Sleep Dart, I dive you. How are you going to stop me? If you don't have Sleep, you're going to die. And even worse, if you throw Sleep and Grenade, you're definitely going to die. At that point, Ana loses duels against like 90% of the cast of the game. So like, it doesn't make any sense. If the enemy knows that you have Vortex, they have to play differently than if you don't have Vortex and you wasted it doing almost nothing. Alright, anyway, just chilling now. Spamming. I would not spam the Rhine, right? Try to spam backline now. So let's think. What does this shield do right now? Oh, well, shield stuff is healing. But does the Reinhardt need healing? Alright, like this shield, once again, does nothing. Like, it literally does nothing. I could just stand to the left here and just spam the edge of the shield if I just want to spam the shield right now, and then save my shield for when I really need it. Alright, so we pop Nemesis form here. In general, this game you do a pretty good job kiting, but in this moment, you're not. There's no reason to stay in Rhine range, right? Like, Ramattra punch range is twice as far as Rhine's swing range. Just stay out of range. Just constantly stay out of range and kite him. There's no reason to let him hit you at all. And he doesn't actually hit you because he's a fool. Alright. So, lots of stuff going on right here. I would not swing right, but I would swing left right now and just cut down this angle, right? They're all stacking here. One Vortex plus Staff here, incredibly strong. Going to the right here is useless. This Vortex is useless. It is literally useless. There's 0 people in this Vortex, and there's 0 people trying to travel through the Vortex. The Ana's not ready to cross over through this gap anyway, and even if she wanted to, she could cross this way in front of the Vortex. This Vortex is literally useless. I guarantee you, in this game, if you took away Vortex completely, like you disabled the ability, you would have about the same impact, right? And Vortex is one of your most important abilities. Arguably, I would say this season is actually the most important ability you have, even more important than this shield. Alright, so you pop Nemesis here, but why? Why am I popping Nemesis? Okay, as a reminder, Staff form does 120 damage per second, but it can do headshots up to 240 damage per second. Nemesis form only does 100 damage a second. So for single target damage, especially against tanks where you're almost never going to miss them, your Staff form does more damage than Nemesis. So the only reason I'm going to be popping Nemesis here is A, if I have to kill him or harass him through a shield, or B, I'm hitting multiple targets. Neither one of those are true right now. The Rhine has a shield down, so just hit it, keep hitting him with Staff. There's no reason to pop Nemesis here. I know Nemesis makes you feel like you're stronger, but you're really not stronger. You're just more durable. Okay? Again, if you want to burn down a target quickly, which is what you're trying to do right now, just stay in Staff form. And you notice that once again, you're getting way too close, or you're getting hit by the hammer swings for no reason. Alright, you get slept. Ryan goes to the side. This Vortex isn't doing a whole lot because the Ryan's able to retreat through it anyway. Then this shield goes up. But what's this shield going to accomplish? Okay, it protects your left flank for a few seconds. But now what? Like, okay, you get trapped here. Wait, is that why you put... No, because you put the shield up before you get trapped. If you get trapped initially, I can understand putting the shield up. But there's no reason, right? I think at this point, they already control... Think about it. If you are here, okay, right here, they control top left, and they control this side of the statue, and they control this side of the statue. You cannot get shot by 3 different angles as a tank. This is unacceptable. You are going to die so fast. It's way too hard for you to stay alive, and you can't track all the damages coming in. In this situation, just back up, okay? It's not like they're threatening the point. You don't need to take the fight right now. Like, your whole team is playing back here. Just back up, right? Just back up, and it's okay, right? Especially since you're down one as well. So you really need to back up right now. This is, yeah. See, the thing is, like, obviously I've watched the replay as well, but I already knew to back up here because I understand they've controlled top left, they control left and right side of the statue. This is going to be fatal for me, right? Like, there's way too much damage coming in for me to be able to survive in this situation. But, like, after you got free from the trap, you had to back up here to give yourself any chance. But the thing is, you don't back up, you still stay way too far out in front, right? Which means you get charged, and you get shot by a soldier, and everything goes poorly. Your Kiriko tries to save you, but she's not fast enough, and you end up dying. As a result, first fight's over. But again, this is entirely preventable if you just back up. Okay? You realize, look, I'm getting shot up at multiple angles. I can't possibly survive. Just walk backwards. Alright. So, we come over here. Okay? Junkrat's here. Possibly killable, right? Maybe we can get a pick here. Don't waste time shooting traps that aren't going to do anything. If you know where the trap is and you're the only one who can walk into the trap, just don't bother shooting it if you have the ability to shoot the Junkrat as well. So that Vortex is off. I understand, right? Because obviously you get popped in the air. So like, I'll give you a pass on this Vortex. Fine. Let's think about this shield. Who is attacking you right now? It's not the Mercy, right? You can't see the soldier and you can't see the Junkrat. So what's the shield for? Once the shield goes up, you have 4 seconds at the sundown shield. 1, 2, 3, 4. This shield did literally nothing, right? And this is going to start a stretch where you're going to pop shield all the time because you're like, hey, I get into a fight, I throw shield. This is incorrect. A lot of what you can do, what you're doing wrong, by the way, can be covered in my Ramattra gameplay guide. Right? If you've not seen it, I strongly recommend that you watch my Ramattra gameplay guide because I think it will help. The mistakes you make are very basic, right? This is like what I would consider like gold level mistakes on PC, right? Again, PC, console, different ranking perhaps. Some people agree, some people disagree. I feel like this is like gold level stuff on Ramattra. Like you cannot be putting down shields that literally don't do anything. Save the shield for when someone is actually attacking you and when you actually need or worried about damage. If I'm full health, I have 2 supports with me, I don't care about taking damage, it's not a problem, right? I have 300 health, or I have to save every little bit of health because my supports are busy or flanking or whatever it ends up being, then I'll throw a shield up. But right now, I don't think you need to worry about it. I think you have your supports with you, right? You have your Kiriko with you. You're really far away from anybody else. I don't think you need to be putting shield up even right now. I wouldn't throw shield even if I had it right now because I'm not worried about taking the damage. All right, Junkrat coming out. Again, opportunity that you could have thrown Vortex there to try to get the pick. All right, Ryan's in. So I'm worried right now. I would assume Ryan has charge. Ryan gets charged every second fight. This is the second fight. I would assume he has charge. So one thing to think about is try to save Nemesis here, or shield here, to be able to stop Shatter. So, kind of a tricky situation. I would not go to the left here. I would stay to the right, especially since my Junkrat just killed 2. I want to push into the Reinhardt right now. I want to force him to shatter just me. Only me. If I clump up with the rest of my team, he walks over, he shatters all of us. Right? Because if he shatters my team, because blocking your shield is really, really hard, right? No, I don't think anyone can consistently do that. But if I sit over here and he solo shatters me, no problem. I get saved, right? Even if he tries to try to kill me, I get gripped out or I get Suzu'd. No problem. I don't die. If he shatters my team, I can't stop him from shattering my team, but I can vortex him immediately after, and then he can't kill my team. So either way, it should be like a reasonably good situation. But if you clump with your team, then you're all going to get shattered. Like right now, I would assume you're all going to get shattered. Again, no reason for you to let the Ryan get that close. Ryan makes a huge mistake here, that's fine. Alright, we'll take it. Who is this shield for? Right? Once again, you're chasing. They're clearly running away from you. Only the Mercy is visible. Why is the shield going up? You have to stop this habit. That's what I'm saying. Like, literally, you will get like 5+ ranks within the next week if you just stop doing this stuff. Like, your shields and Vortex give you so little value. On a 0 to 100 scale, where 100 is like perfect ability usage and 0 is like awful ability usage, like no value with like basically unbinding your abilities, right? I think it's like you're at like 35 or 40 out of 100. Like literally, what is this Vortex? Like, think about it. There's 2 enemies here, right? We're past the shield. You see them running to the right room. You throw the Vortex to the left. You just wasted 2 abilities. Every time, like every single ability user looks like this. It's killing you, right? Like it's so little value that you're getting. So, why am I throwing shield right now? No one is able to look at this right now. You very luckily block this soldier and disrupt their shot, but I guarantee, first of all, I don't think that's worth it, A. B, I don't think you knew it was coming, so that's definitely not the goal, right? I'm looking for the moment where either somebody in my team is going to get low, or I'm taking too much damage, or their enemy soldier is about to shoot. That's what I'm looking for shield right now. Right? The shield doesn't help you do anything. What does this Vortex do? Nothing. Right? It's like, oh, it catches the Ryan, but the Ryan's not ready to push in anyway. See? Now Ryan's walking forwards. Now I feel the Ryan walking up, okay? Now I'm like, hey, look, my soldier got picked, right? Ryan's walking forward, he's trying to get the pick out of the situation. Now I want to Vortex him, okay? And just kite him and punch him. That's going to force him to back off at that point in time, and then you can hold off this push just with Vortex. But you don't have Vortex. Luckily, tree gets popped. All right, next thing to talk about, ultimate usage. So, in general, you want to burn through like the 125-ish armor. I can't remember the exact number off the top of my head. I think it might actually be 225 armor. I think it's 225, right? 525 to, yeah, 225 armor. So you want to burn through 225 armor before you pop Annihilation, because otherwise you're wasting the bonus armor from Annihilation. So you're looking to get about down to 525 before you pop again. But look at the timing here. So you're at 721 right now. You popped it at 696, which means you got 55 armor out of this, 54 armor out of this, instead of getting 225. That's a huge difference, because remember, armor is also 40% more effective health, 43% more effective health. So 225 armor is actually about 300 health. So you're basically in this situation, you decided, hey, would I rather have 700 or rather 750 plus 50, right? So would I rather have 800 health, or would I rather have 1,000 health? And you decided I'd rather have 800 health for no reason. Because you popped Annihilation here, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to pop Annihilation, I'm going to get some kills. Annihilation does almost no damage, right? Annihilation does 30 damage a second, which now that heroes have 250 health, means it takes you over 8 seconds to kill someone with Annihilation. It does so little damage. The biggest value from Annihilation is the fact that it resets your Nemesis form. That is the biggest value from Annihilation. Okay? Don't pop Annihilation thinking, oh, this is going to do a ton of damage, we're going to get kills really quickly. It does so little damage. I would pursue this, force them to burn through all my armor, then pop Annihilation again, and that's only assuming I'm not getting healed enough to even out-heal their damage, then pop Annihilation, right? And then keep fighting. The strongest part about playing Ramattra, especially at higher ranks, is not the fact that Annihilation does damage. Because at higher ranks, they're going to ignore the Annihilation damage. 30 damage a second is functionally useless in most situations. Okay? It does so little damage. The primary reason why Ramattra is so dangerous is because he effectively has 3 health bars. Okay? You start trying to fight a Ramattra in staff form. You get him low. He throws shield. Okay, I gotta wait 4 seconds for the shield to come out. Alright, shield's gone. I try to kill staff form Ramattra. Okay, I get him low again. He pops Annihilation. Alright, fine. Or pops Nemesis. Now I try to fight him in Nemesis form. Okay, I get him, somewhat low. He holds block. Okay, well now it reduces damage by 75%, so effectively quadruples his health. Okay, I wait it out, or I keep fighting him all the way through Nemesis form. Okay, he finishes Nemesis form. Well, now, if I wait the entire time, I can even pop shield. Let's say I can do enough damage, like I'm burning through it no matter what. Now he pops Annihilation. Okay, wow, now he has another 225 armor I need to burn through. He holds block. Takes me forever to kill him. Okay, I burn through that. Okay, comes out of Annihilation. Now he pops shield again. That is what playing against great Ramatras feels like. It is relentless pressure where you constantly keep trying to hammer him with damage and he never goes down. But if you pop Annihilation early, you give up that durability, which is the biggest part of your kit. Anyway, from here, I think pretty good tracking here, right? Applying damage, trying to kill the Mercy here. I would confirm the Mercy kill, right? Because I didn't see the Mercy die, but she's going to die to that. Okay, you run away from the Reinhardt, which is really weird, because I would have then killed the Reinhardt. So, think about this. All right, first of all, I would turn, kill the Mercy, and confirm the Mercy dies, then I'd go back to Ramattra. Body language is important to recognize in the game. If the Reinhardt just charged me, and is now holding shield, it means the Reinhardt does not think he can kill me. Because if Reinhardt thought he could kill me, he would start swinging right now, not holding shield. So I immediately recognize this Reinhardt doesn't think he can kill me. I turn, kill the Mercy, and then keep hitting the Reinhardt. But you run away. And this is the game sense difference between you and a better Ramattra, is understanding this Reinhardt has already made a mistake by charging into you. Just finish farming damage on him and just get the kill. This Vortex is useless. Alright, you're spamming. Alright, spam, fine, whatever. For the record, assuming all 5 are alive, I would play here, not here, right? Force them to take as many corners as you can. This spot, perfectly good spot to take, versus playing all the way back here. Right, once again, what is this shield accomplishing? Right, Disruptor's already in. Right, you don't need a shield, you can just stay around the corner. Alright, pop Nemesis. I think Nemesis is good, right? Good kiting right here. Reinhardt can't get in range. You get juggled a little bit by the junk trap. Now, Vortex. Again, no one's in the Vortex. No one's trying to go through right now. The Reinhardt's at half health. Okay, he's nanoed. Drop Vortex right now. You drop Vortex right now, you completely shut down this nano. you're going to trade a 12-second cooldown in exchange for the ultimate if you throw Vortex. Just throw Vortex right now. This fight is won. Oh, wait, you don't have Vortex. Why? Because you wasted Vortex, right? Like, that's what you have to stop doing is at this moment in time. The Reinhardt has to walk forward, right? He has to push in. If you Vortex him, he's gonna be at like half move speed and just slowly get through, and your whole team gets out of the way. But because there's no Vortex, he gets through, lands the charge, and now he dies, right? With Kiriko dead, now what are you gonna do? So, also, second mistake right now. So, Reinhardt's charged through. Your goal is not, let me go try to kill the Reinhardt. Your goal is, hey, look, these two heroes right here, pop Nemesis, kill them both. That's what you need to be doing right now. You're full health right now. You can definitely kill these two heroes right now. Focus on the Ana and kill her. But instead, you're running over here trying to kill the Ramattra, or the Reinhardt. This is the worst possible plan, right? The Ana's going to keep the Reinhardt alive forever. Ana heals for 93 health a second. You only deal 100 damage a second. It is mathematically impossible for you to kill the Reinhardt, right? Like, it will take forever. You'll be doing 7 damage a second to the Reinhardt. It's impossible. You will never kill the Reinhardt. So, that's what I'm saying, is like, you need to know this stuff, right? Like, you need to know, hey, look, I can't kill him. Plus, he's nanoed, right? So, he doesn't even takes half damage. So, the Reinhardt's never going to die here, but these two heroes running up next to you, which you know, because you saw them over here. The moment in time where the Reinhardt charges, you see there's two enemies over here. He goes, right? Okay, I don't have Vortex, fine. Pop Nemesis, go over here and try to kill these two in the back. That's the best thing you can do to try to win this fight. But chasing the Reinhardt is 100% a losing scenario. Like, there's no way to win this now. Another shield, which is like, why am I shielding? Like, why am I shielding here? It's not stopping the Junkrat from hitting me. It's not stopping the Ryan from getting healed. Why? It feels so random. Like, when you're using your ability. It honestly just feels like you pop them as soon as they are off cooldown, regardless of what's going on. There could be 10 heroes in front of you, or 0 heroes in front of you, you're throwing down their shield, right? There could be 5 enemies grouped, there could be 0 enemies there, you're throwing Vortex. Like, this habit has to stop, right? Your overall positioning is totally fine. Like, you generally seem to know where to go, when to go, but, like, the ability use is just killing you. See, this is a situation where I would have tried to throw Vortex past him onto these two, because I can see that my Genji's on top of them with Blade. Vortex here would be extremely helpful for my Genji. But you can pursue here, that's fine, yep. They all end up wiping, Genji carries that. So, we're looking for when the Reinhardt's going to try to walk forwards. It's not right now. I'm not actually so worried about this at this moment in time, because there's nobody else with him. I think the Reinhardt's going too fast, which you can tell from the fact that two enemies are still way far in the back. I don't want a Vortex right now. I want to save it. Another shield that's completely useless. I don't want to clump with my teammates because 100% Shatter's coming. Every other fight, Reinhardt gets shattered. He didn't shatter last fight, which means he's going to shatter now. Everyone gets shattered. As a reminder, right, I'm looking for particular timings for when to be able to do this. So now, at this moment in time, I'm like, look, Reinhardt is ignoring me, trying to turn the corner. I know he is shatter. He's looking to shatter my team. Now I Vortex him to prevent him from getting to the corner quickly so he can't get a good shatter off. I also don't clump up with my team, so I stay on the side of him. So what you're looking for in this situation is, right, look at your teammates. So you have basically 1 teammate over here, 2 teammates, 3 teammates. You're going to stand over here. The enemy Reinhardt is going to be right here, and then you're going to pop Vortex like this to prevent him from shattering, right? Is he still getting it off? He's still going to get it off eventually, but hopefully he shatters fewer people. And then at this moment in time, it gives you the opportunity to apply more damage to him or go after the backline. That's what you're looking for out of this situation, but instead, you retreat into the rest of your team, which means the shatter is now going to shatter everybody. And when everybody gets shattered, there's no win condition here. Right? Now what can you do? Nothing. Right? Kiriko's dead. You go in. Why didn't you kill Kiriko? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Is she melee killable? She is. Just melee kill her right now. And then you give up. Like, she doesn't even swift step away or Suzu, right? You literally just give up on her. But once again, you give up on killing her, right? This soldier, you get her so low. It's not an aim issue, right? Like, you're on target here. Just one more and kills her. But I hate to break it to you, again, Annihilation only does 30 damage a second. Mercy heals for 55. She's literally not going to die to this. And she stays alive. And then now what, right? She's still here, right? Still alive. She's still alive. Now you come back over, right? But now you're like, oh shoot, now the Reinhardt got rezzed. Right? Quick note, you cannot miss tanks. right? If you ever are hoping to get the GM, you cannot miss tanks, especially big tanks like Orisa, Winston, Reinhardt. You cannot miss tanks with punch. Unacceptable. 100% accuracy all game long. If you threw 500 punches on a tank, you hit every single one of them. Right? That's gotta be like default baseline expectation for playing like Ramattra. Cannot miss tanks with punches. Right? Alright, you're trying to kite here, but again, remember, the Sojourn not dying means she kills your Genji, so what would have been an easily won fight now means you get nothing. Again, what is this Vortex going to accomplish? Reinhardt's going to shield here and just stand here. Vortex, by the way, only does 15 damage a second, which is almost nothing. So this isn't going to do a thing, right? You realize right away, it's like, oh, this Vortex is not going to do anything. I need to get out. Like, I 100% need to get out here. Alright, see, now we can punch, fine. I would continue punching. Why not, right? Just keep punching here. Whoa. What's going to stop you? The Reinhardt's holding a shield, and there's 2 supports here. Just keep punching. You can farm, like, a good chunk of your next ultimate here. Alright. Tire gets thrown. Tire's to the right. You're definitely in trouble here. So he goes after... Okay, fine. We're good. I mean, not much you could have done about that as for Ramattra. So we're looking here for... Look, either I'm contesting this or I'm not. If I'm not contesting this, just back up. If I am contesting this, make sure to stay on the point. But with your Genji here and your Kiriko here, I think you contest this. This is potentially winnable. It's a 4-on-3, but potentially winnable if you have an ultimate or something else coming. Your life meter is coming up pretty soon. You wouldn't necessarily know that. But at this point, I think it's worth it to just try to contest it to force out enemy ultimates if they have any, right? But that means you have to get on cart. But, I mean, to be fair, I think you get juggled backwards by Junkrat here. I think this is tough because Junkrat does knock you back, but I think you could have gotten up there sooner, right? For this situation, I'm probably going left here, because the only one who's going to do damage is the Reinhardt and the Kiriko. Mercy's not going to start pistoling in from the side, so walk this way and just hold block and stand here. Even the Reinhardt charges into the wall, you're not going to die from that, right? And just keep holding block. And I'm pretty sure that you actually are going to win this fight if you just walk up here and contest. But because you go to the right, you get juggled back, and now you lose it, right? So I think that's a reasonable counter right there, right? You use Vortex to stop charge, yeah, that's good. I would throw it probably closer to you, but otherwise it's fine. Another shield, which doesn't really get you any value. Again, I have a long-range attack. The Reinhardt has a short-range attack. Why am I standing close to him? Like, the Reinhardt should not be hitting you with hammer swings ever, right? Unless he charges into you to commit, there is no reason Reinhardt should ever be hitting you with a hammer. If you're getting hit by a hammer, especially in staff form, you're almost always doing something wrong, right? Reinhardt hammer swing goes like 3 meters. Punch goes, what, 10 meters? Staff has an infinite range. There's no reason for the Reinhardt to be hitting you with his hammer. It just can't be happening, right? If he's hitting you, you're almost always doing something wrong. What's the Vortex for, right? Is the Reinhardt going to push with this? Are we going to be able to get a pick out of this? No. It's like, okay, yeah, they got a bunch of people grouped up, but like, it's not going to do anything. It bounces off, right? And what? Nothing. Literally nothing. No value from your Vortexes. Your Vortexes, like, if I said your average ability usage is like 40 out of 100, your Vortexes are like 5 out of 100. Like, over and over and over again, they give you almost no value. Which, again, is all covered in my Ramattra guide, right? Just watching me play Ramattra, I think, will be very helpful to understand, like, the timing of when to actually do it. Because if you see me when I use Vortex, every Vortex I'm using gets like really big value. I'm very consistently getting picks out of Vortex because I know when people are vulnerable and me and my team can pick them off with the Vortex. Alright, our Genji goes in, so I would go in right now because once my Genji's in, he's committed, right? I just saw him dash in. I would commit and try to kill one of these kills. 2 punches to the Mercy kills her right now. So, like, it's not, well, more than 2 punches, but I think that you need to really be committing here to try to help your Genji out. Because you don't commit with your Genji, right? Right here, commit. Because, again, if my Genji dies here, this fight's probably over anyway. I run past the Reinhardt right now, and I try to kill him. If he shatters me, so be it. Because the thing is, we're going to lose this fight anyway if the Genji dies. So you might as well go in, try to get a kill. You get a kill here, Genji gets a reset, he dashes, kills everybody. I just need to give a little bit of damage here to kill any one of these targets, and we're good. Throw Vortex here, go up, right, and get kills. Oh, you don't have Vortex. Why don't you have Vortex? Because you waste Vortex, like, over and over and over again. You never have Vortex when it's actually useful. Right now, you need Vortex on those supports to get the kills on them, right? Punching the Reinhardt's not going to help you at all, right? Once Genji dies, now what's your plan? Now it's going to be a 5-on-4, or 4-on-5, rather, right, from your perspective. How do I win, right? Well, the thing is, this Reinhardt's actually nearly killable. You actually could kill the Reinhardt right now because the Kiriko's actually not healing enough. I think going forcing this fight right now is the best possible chance. The longer the fight goes on, the worse it's going to get for you. I really think you should have actually forced that one. I think the shield's actually okay. I think eating that Fire Strike is not okay. Another Vortex that doesn't really do anything. Like, it's not in range of your team. It's not in range of you. Nobody's vulnerable. They're not pushing. Like, it doesn't help at all. You try to push the ultimate. It doesn't really do anything. I think the shield is, once again, not great. When, once again, the Reinhardt has walked into you. So, either I think, okay, look, no matter what, I think you're ceding ground to this Reinhardt. Because standing in his face and punching him doesn't increase the amount of damage. You know what I mean? So, like, either he's going to walk over you no matter what because there's not enough damage, or he's going to have to go backwards because there's too much damage. Either way, I don't need to be within swing range of him. Just back up, right? You can't be letting him get into your face like this over and over again. Alright, you pop ultimate, then you kind of decide not to do it for a second, right? Reinhardt shield's done. I think he's going to charge you off the map. You get gripped. Unfortunate that doesn't save you. Is this the right time to use Annihilation? I think it's okay. Let's wind this back. The thing is, basically always you want to open not with Annihilation, but with Nemesis form. You want to be popping Nemesis or Annihilation out of Nemesis form, not out of Staff form. Because your initial Nemesis form is very good at baiting enemy cooldowns and forcing them to target you, and then popping Annihilation is extremely surprising and screws them up really, really badly. So I would say that's kind of the core problem here, is that I don't think you needed to pop Annihilation right here. I don't think it actually does very much, to be perfectly honest. I think just waiting 2 more seconds gives you almost the exact same value, and it means that you don't have to use your ultimate here. Another Vortex that does nothing, another shield that does nothing, right? It's like, oh, okay, the Junkrat maybe shield off, but I don't have to worry about the Junkrat at this range. It's the Soldier I need to worry about. So the shield should have been further back, if anything. I wouldn't have gone left, I would have stayed to the right, because you want to actually have 2 possible angles to attack the final point. Okay? So, like, you want to have 1 angle here to attack and 1 angle over here to attack. If your whole team is over here, right, then the Reinhardt is able to shield you all off, right, as his team comes in over here, and then you all get pounded to death because you have no space to dodge or move around. So there's no reason that for you to go to left here. You weren't even close to dying. This is, by the way, a great moment to throw Vortex, right? She pops Overclock, Vortex her, right? Because then she feels in danger because now she can die to things like Kiriko Kunai. This is mostly pretty unfortunate. I would just warn the spawn. Yeah. Dying right here means there's no chance to contest. Alright, offense. So, we started as Orisa here. I don't think you needed to. I think playing Ramattra here is totally fine, but if you want to play Orisa, that's fine. It's not an issue here. You see this trap, good job. Right? I think with Doom, I think just javeling him out of every single block is pretty effective. So, let's talk about Orisa 101. So, the general way Orisa works is you use Spin, then you use Fortify if you need it, then you use Spin again. And combined, that gives you like 8+ seconds of near invulnerability. That's the general way that Orisa works. Which means I should never use Fortify if I have Spin available, or if I can survive until the next Spin comes up. Spin is short cooldown, Fortify is long cooldowns. So right now, I have Spin available and I have Fortify. You feel like you're in danger right now. I don't feel like you're in a lot of danger because you're full health, but fine. You Spin, right? But I use Fortify. But why am I using Fortify in this situation? Why am I using my like big backup powerful ability instead of using my short cooldown like, you know, okay value ability? Just use Spin, right? This is, again, Orisa 101. This is the stuff that, you know, if I think about PC, this is the stuff you have to do just to get out of gold, right? There is no reason to be using Fortify here. You're not in any danger right now. Just use Spin if you were going to use anything at this moment in time. See? And now you don't have Fortify. I just want to confirm for a second. All right, there's Javelin. Right? I think going after the soldier here, I think this is a good opportunity to potentially spin her into the door frame, like over here, and then getting a kill out of this. But you're a little slow, that's fine. She spins out, that's fine. So, you're low right now, and notice, now you don't have Fortify. If I'm at 259 right now, I pop Fortify because I can get one shot right now. Even with the Soldier, has already popped Railgun, between the Doom, Soldier Rigger shots, and the Junkrat, I can die instantly right now. So this is when I would pop Fortify. Alright. Trying to play this out. I don't think you need to spin here. So, quick tip for Brawl. is all I need to do is stand right here. This corner right here is very useful to stand onto because they can't actually shoot me unless they end up coming out to here, right? And if they come out to here, then my team, who are all set up over here, can all shoot them, right? Because I'm super brawly, and it's extremely hard for them to apply damage to me. So I can just stay here. I've talked about this in some maps, is like, look at this like general area, is that you can stay here, and then you can rotate to this spot if you need to apply more pressure, but generally just try to stay over here to capture the first point of King's Row. But at this moment in time, I don't need to pop spin, right? I can just sit here for a second, get healed, or even just like sit right here where they're not shooting at me yet, and get healed up. But now, I wasted my spin, so this is bad news. Please don't pop Fortify yet. Okay, so you're gonna pop Fortify now, even though you're not actually in any danger. And now you use Fortify, and now you spin, despite the fact that I'm at full health. Like, it doesn't feel like you know when to use your abilities. Right? Once again, I think a common theme for both Ramattra and Orisa, you're just popping them as soon as you see people, right? Whatever button's available, you're just pushing to push. I think you should watch my Orisa gameplay guide, if you have not, to watch how I cycle my cooldowns to maximize value, stay alive, and apply consistent pressure to the enemy. Right? You're just popping cooldowns to pop cooldowns, and it's dramatically hurting your value. Like, the more I watch this, the more it becomes very clear. Like, I literally think you could gain 5+ ranks easily within a week by just listening to my advice about the ability cooldowns, if not get into low GM. Right? This stuff is really, really costing you. It's because it's not your aim. Like, often in situations like, oh, aim is like also a problem. Your aim is totally fine. Right? It's like you're shredding people. Note here, okay, you kill him, the Mercy is flying straight at you, just shoot her. Spin does very little damage. Spin does about 50 damage a second. That takes forever to kill Mercy, especially now in the post-patch. You should just shoot the Mercy right now. She's an easy shot the whole way. I would have just straight up killed that Mercy, which is with shooting. It's not even particularly difficult. She's just flying in a straight line and had no verticality whatsoever. Alright. So, aim's good, right? Aim's really good there. Right? Working on Mercy. Again, aim here is like perfect. Right? Like, literally, if you told me that this was like, if we just looked at your aim alone, and you were like, oh yeah, I'm like a high Masters low GM player, I'd believe you. Like, your aim is like perfect. Your aim is not a problem at all. It's like the ability usage is absolutely devastating. Alright, so they've swapped Orisa, that's fine. Right? I mean, definitely, I would say she has an advantage in the situation, like, it's a very linear map, but, okay. Bubble gets popped. Pressure her out, right? Finish the kill. Keep shooting her, keep shooting her, keep shooting her, right? You missed Javelin? Okay, right now, I pop ulti right now. Why? So, Orisa may have a bubble coming back, but I think she popped 3 right now already by the time she's got here. Just pull her in right now, even with the bubble, she dies because your whole team is shooting at her. I'm 100% willing to trade ultimate here to get the Zarya kill. But in reality, you're probably going to kill more than the Zarya because you're also going to pull in the Junkrat and quite possibly the Mercy as well. I would 100% pop ultimate right now. So, I would even pop the ultimate right there, because it would have pulled her in front of the corner. And now, I have no Fortify, and I have no Spin, which means now I can't pressure. I have to play slow now. Oh my god. You got bailed out by your Zen here. You should be dead. Because there's no way you knew your Zen was going to trance here, right? There's no reason to be popping Terror Surge right now. She's going to have Bubble in this situation, right? She's already high energy. You're only going to pull her in. Like, the Kiriko's able to get out easily. And now, you trade the Terror Surge for, like, what, 200 damage on the Zarya? This is terrible ability usage. So bad. But your Genji goes in, manages to get the kill, right? Zarya's low. Why am I popping Fortify right now? I mean, I guess if you like, look, it reduces your heat, which is fine, but like, I'm pretty sure that's not actually why you're using it. Don't worry about killing Falcon Mercy. It's like impossible to kill with Falcon Mercy. Like, even if she gets the res, like, so be it. It's fine. Like, the Zarya's gonna die like instantly. I would not spin the Zarya there because it actually helps her escape. Right? When this res goes off, I want to walk in front of the Zarya and push her back into my team. Not, hey, look, Zarya, let me give you a free ride out of the fight. That way you can survive and start building charge. Like, this is a really sloppy mistake. Like, you're literally helping the opposing Zarya by doing this. Remember, spin only does 50 damage a second. Against tanks, that's like basically 0. Right? Tanks ignore pretty much anything that's like 60 damage and under. Effectively does not matter to tanks at all. Right? Now the Zarya's hard charge. Why am I popping Fortify? Oh, man. So, you could just take cover right now. Right? Nothing's going to happen in the next few seconds. They're really far away. The cart's already moving. They're going to wait until the cart gets all the way over here to contest. Just chill. Sit over here, get healed, wait. Then when they all come up and try to stop it at the end, then you have the opportunity to open with spin, use fortify, use spin again, right? That's the general rhythm of it. But to pop fortify right now is a massive mistake. Because if I'm the Zarya, I see fortify right now, I'm like, cool, I'm at 100 energy. I'm going to chill here for a second, get bubble, walk up, and kill everyone. At this point, even if everyone in your team was like a GM player, I think the only person here who could stop me is the soldier. Otherwise, I'm going to kill literally everybody in this team, including you. There's no way you could stop me now without fortify. So with the buff now, what, Zarya does what, 190, 180? I think 190 damage a second. Without fortify, you're going to be dead in 3 seconds. Like, it's going to go so fast, and it's going to completely overwhelm any healing that you have. There's just no chance. But fortunately, the Zarya does not actually try to contest this. I don't really know what the heck the Zarya is doing. I'm pretty sure she's blowing bubble here. Right? She should just... Oh, man. The aim here is so bad. Yeah, the aim here is really bad. So she could have burned down one of the teammates beforehand. But you are very, very lucky to not have that go much worse for you. Alright, well, I mean, now is bubbles pop? Yeah, try to kill her. You could have got the javelin in the door frame. Yeah, tower gets popped. Yeah, reset. This is good. Alright, go for the Zarya. Yeah, this is fine. I would javelin her right now, right? You're looking for that javelin to the wall. I would spin right there. Right? Remember, open with spin, not fortify. Open with spin, not fortify. If there's one tip you take away from this video regarding Orisa, open with spin, not fortify. Obviously, it doesn't work against Zarya beam, but like you're taking damage. Like, what's scaring you is the soldier, not the Zarya beam. All right. Yeah, good. Yeah, trying to chase down. Kill Zarya here. Perfect. Push into the right side. Yeah, don't go back. Push into the right side. Push the right. Push the right. Just go up there to the spawn. Just go up to the spawn and pin the door. Right? Your team's gonna push up here. Push the left side. Push any of the doorways. So the key here is you have to block one of these doorways and stop and force everyone to funnel to the other side. Because once they realize you're over here, no one's going out this door. All 5 heroes go the other way. Then you go across, and then your whole team's able to fight them coming out of one door. But if you don't pin either door, like this is not stopping the soldier from doing their job at all. See? Because if you pin this door, you stop the soldier and the mercy from coming out here, and the Kiriko never comes over to this side. So you could clog up 2 heroes here, and only 3 heroes will be coming out the other side. This is a big mistake. This is literally going to cost you the game. Like, if you just realized that you had to run up there to one of the doorways, this would completely change everything. Like, you notice that your Genji's doing it correctly, right? He's going up to pin the doorway. Just go and pin the other doorway, right? And then you're good, right? This fight's over. So you're way too far away to be able to do any meaningful damage, right? Like, I can feel you're like, oh, what exactly am I supposed to be doing right now? I would kill the Echo right now with the Zarya. You decide to just run away. And now you pop Fortify even though you're really far away, no one's attacking you. Alright, Kiriko's dead. Why aren't you shooting? Okay. So, first of all, I would be shooting while you went up here, A. B, is you just pulled in the Echo after she already popped the Glide. So I would just slam right now and just look up and kill her. See how low she gets? Just slam and kill her. Like, who cares? Forget the Zarya. Kill the... I know you're doing this because you think, oh, I'm going to be able to, like, kill the Zarya who's going to keep contesting the point, but she just walks out of it. And now she walks back in. Now grab goes off, right? She stays alive, right? You lose your back line. You pop Fortify here. You kill the Zarya, but it doesn't matter because now the entire team is spawned and you can't, like, 1v3 them. Like, there's so many ways that you threw this fight. Yeah, this is, like, really, really killing you in this situation. Like, just doing all the things there incorrectly. Because even without pinning one of the doors, like, you could have killed the Echo there immediately with Terror Surge and then start going after the Zarya, and then you still would have won the fight. But doing neither is super bad news. And now you're forced to go into a 5-on-5 situation. You do have 4 minutes, but this is one of the hardest points in the game to take. I talk about this a lot, is that pushing third points of payload maps is like being down a man already. It's like pushing into a 5v6. The only way to win a 5v6 is either A, I need to get a pick before the fight begins to have any chance, or B, I need to have a strong ultimate to be able to get a lot of kills at once to be able to win the fight. Orisa is not good at either one of those things. You're not going to get picks in the situation, and your ultimate is one of the worst in the game, so this is not going to work. Like, even without knowing the next 4 minutes, you don't cap this, right? But even I had known that, I wouldn't play Orisa in this situation. I think this is a really bad time to be playing Orisa. I think you have almost no chance of doing this. I think the Orisa mirror is fine. I think Ramattra here is fine. I think even playing Winston here against their lineup, if they don't switch, is fine, right? I think playing Diva here is actually still okay, right? Despite the fact that there's Zarya, because you can just avoid her completely and just go after the Echo. But I think playing Junker Queen here is fine as well, right? I think they've got a lot of options. But pretty much right here, what we're going to watch is that you're just going to struggle with the point. They have much stronger defensive advantage. They have spawn advantage. And the Zarya beats you in neutral, right? In that poke phase where you're both shooting each other, she consistently is applying 109 damage a second to you. If you had perfect aimbot that you tracked her, it would still only do 130 damage, right? And realistically, her average damage is probably getting something like 50 to 60. She's literally doing 3 to 4 times as much damage as you are on a regular basis. It's almost impossible for you to keep up with this. Right? We're going to feel this right now. Like, look, like how ineffective you feel. Like, you're just constantly getting burned down. You're popping the cooldowns. You've lost your backline now. And now what, right? Again, the Zarya's just beaming everybody down, killing her. And it's easy for her because she's a beam weapon. Right? Getting shredded again. Right? See, the Zarya has no fear right now, even though your Genji just got a pick. Right? Now you pop Fortify. Right? You walk in. Okay, maybe possibility Zarya's kind of low. But again, I wouldn't be focused on Zarya because Hanks don't die as easily as you think. Yeah, beat gets popped. And then, now what? Right? Genji's dead. At this point, I just suicide, right? There's no way to win this fight. Like, you think you can win this fight, you have no chance at winning this fight. Once again, Terra Surge used. As a reminder, one of the worst ultimates in the game. Right? You never had a chance. Like, Trances popped for here for no reason. This is why I would have suicided. Because I would have known, as soon as my Genji died, right now, this fight's over. Look at this way. I'm only looking at it from your perspective. I have only the same information as you do. I know we're not going to win this fight. Yeah, we have all these people alive. There's no way to expect that we're going to be able to kill the whole team here, especially when they have spawn advantage. That's just not realistic. All right, just suicide. Go next. All right, there's no way to win this fight. Again, think of it from a perspective of we are already down a man when we start the fight. It is a 5-on-6 in order to have this happen. When Genji goes down, this is a 4-on-6. Our chance of winning a 5-on-6 is already low, about 25%. That feels accurate, right? You'll win about 1 out of every 4 pushes on the final point. But once you lose your Genji, it's now a 4-on-6. Your odds of winning are like sub 5%. There's no reason to burn any resources here. Just die right away, quickly reset, go again. Yeah. So you burn Terra Surge there, and you burn Trance there, right? In exchange for Visor and Beat. So Zarya still has Grav. It's a very strong ultimate. Something you can spin and stop it too, though. Oh, actually, well, you're going to switch Zarya. So now you're going to brace the mirror, right? The problem is that Zarya's ahead of you in energy, right? So she's going to be ahead of you in energy, which means she's also going to be ahead of you in bubbles. That's fine, right? The question is, mechanically, who's better, right? So Zarya bubble, Zarya grabs. I would not have walked straight backwards into that. So, you know the grab is behind you, just don't walk into it. Just play to the side. Like, I know that you know your teammates are there, you try to keep them alive, but actually the number one priority here is you. Zarya is the most selfish hero in the game because of the way your energy works. Sacrifice your whole team if you need to make sure you keep your energy. But dying here, extremely bad. Right? Really, really, really bad to die there. Right? Now you lose all your energy, you have to reset again. So instead of going to the next fight with an advantage, now you go in with no advantage. Right? It's going to be even. Your team is making the exact same mistake you do, which is they think this is winnable. It's not winnable. Number one, it's going to be a 4-on-5, right? Number two, it's final point, so it's going to be a 4-on-6. And number three, they have no tank as one of the missing people, which means they have no way of winning this fight. It looks like they think they can win this fight. They cannot win this fight. It is not going to happen. Right away, like, it seems like, oh, maybe this is winnable. It's not winnable. Again, you're not there yet. This fight's never winnable. That bubble is bad. Obviously, the mortar's not doing anything. No one's even targeting. And now you walk here, and now you think, oh, maybe I can do something. You can't do anything. This is not going to do anything. Right? They have spawn advantage. Beat gets popped. Right? The DPS are going to spawn, and they're going to spawn from your sides, and then everything's going to go bad. When Ryan charges into you, you want to get out of the way. Right? He's already out of the way. Turn, look for who he's going to charge, then bubble her. That's the play here. Right? But now you're trying to get away. Nope. Definitely not going to get away. This is a suicide situation. Like, you're just making your stagger worse, right? Just die. You've come back to Orisa, presumably because you don't want to be playing against the Rhine. I don't know this is entirely necessary, but if you want to do this, I mean, what was your ult charge? You're at 71% ult charge. I would just play Zarya here, right? You're going to get Grav. Like, yeah, Reinhardt can block it, but, like, you could still grab somebody on the flank or something and get a kill. I would rather have the ultimate here. I think Orisa here, it gives you, like, almost no chance of winning. Like, if you just swap me for you right now, this is a Diamond 3 game, right? If you just swap me here as a GM player, I think the odds of me winning this fight are still only about 25%. Like, I think it's super, super hard to win in the situation. I only have one fight here, and I have no ultimates. I think your odds of winning are extremely low, right? Trying to push into the defense, is like, you've just made too many mistakes at this point to try to win the fight. Once again, I've used Fortify first instead of Spin, right? You do spin the Reinhardt out, which is good, right? Reaper gets 1, but you lost 2, and now it's going to be over, right? Because what happens here is the Reinhardt's going to shatter your backline, and then they're going to get pulsed, right? Pulse goes off, and they all die. And from there, that's it. So, recapping. Ability usage is killing you. Ability usage is 100% killing you on Ramattra and Orisa. Like, it's so bad. But the good news is, when your ability usage is that bad and you're already in Diamond 3, improving it means that you can rocket up the ranks. Again, I'm not exaggerating. I literally think, and this has happened before with other people I've coached, you could get 5+ ranks in the next week just by with better ability usage. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of space there to grow. I think the ultimates as a general theme was also a problem, not just your regular abilities, but I think your ultimates in general were also problematic for a variety of reasons. I think I talked through the reasons specifically, like why those aren't working. And then I don't really think it's worth like super analyzing the Zarya play because you didn't play a lot of it, but I think trying to constantly play like counter is not a great or successful way to play Overwatch, right? Instead of thinking, oh, let me just switch to the best counter here, think, is this matchup playable? If so, do I have ult charge? If so, just get the ult and use the ult and try to use the ult to win the fight, especially for Final Point, where you really have no choice to win it except getting either A, getting a pick, or B, using ultimates to win it, right? I think Grav is extremely strong, one of the strongest ultimates in the game. You can usually find an opportunity if you just focus on burning the Reinhardt shield down to grab and use that to win the fight. Right? I think I like Zarya playing Zarya a lot on this Final Point for that reason, because it's very, very effective. Right? Again, you use grab, you get 1 pick, roll from there, right? And then you end up taking the point. Okay, I'm going to hold. As a reminder, I really think you should watch my Ramattra guide and my Orisa guide. I mean, you can watch the Zarya guide too if you want, but I think mostly it's going to be about Ramattra and Orisa if you plan on playing those heroes regularly. Okay, hopefully this is helpful.